Give me a water.
In a cup? That's fine. Thank you.
I'll take a cup. So how's the Comic-Con going for you? And can you talk a little bit about what Comic-Con means to you? I stole that question from the WB's Talent thing the other night.
Fair enough. Comic-Con's a blast. I mean, you know, you've got all these great genre movies and shows, and the fan base is so rabid. I mean, it's fun to walk around and just see how enthusiastic everyone is just about the entertainment that you know, all the talented people in Hollywood are creating, and so it's flattering to be invited to it. It's flattering to be a part of it. It's really fun. You know, my first show was Without a Trace, which was, you know, really popular show, 20 million people a week, top 5 show.
Why can I not find that stupid show on Netflix?
I don't know. It's a question. A good question. It's a good question. But you know, Without a Trace was not a genre show like this. It didn't, and wasn't serialized, and so it had its own kind of rabid fan base. But I didn't get to really come face to face with them the way I have an opportunity to here, and it makes it really fun because you know you work so hard on a show, and you see a piece of paper, you know, the day after your show airs, it gives you a number. It's 8 million, 9 million, over 20 million. It's an abstraction. So to come here and interact with the people that really love what you're doing, you know, it's 3,000 people in the room. It's a lot less than 9 million, but it's a lot more real when you're feeling that energy from people. And I've done a little bit of theater, and it's, you know, it's a different kind of gratification when you're interacting with people.
Is it different being on a genre show that maybe has a smaller audience but a more rabid fan base versus a show like Without a Trace that was on major networks probably had a huge audience? Is it different from your perspective in terms of how people approach you, how you see it?
It is. It's different. Without a Trace, you know, had been very, very good to me. You remember that Saturday Night Live bit? You know, it'll pay for my kids' college. But this is. I would have to say this is more fun. It's just fun creating an ongoing story with characters that are growing, that where the storytelling is so serialized, where one episode connects to the next, to the next, to the next, and you're basically telling one big, long, great graphic novel. It's very exciting.
This season you have a lot more land-based soldiering, I guess, and storylines than last season. Can you talk about like the specific challenges of that versus the ship stuff, and one sort of runs more smoothly than the other?
In terms of the production point of view, well, the beginning part of the season is more on land. Once because we had to resolve, you know, what we had set up at the end of last year. Once we get deeper into the season, it's much more balanced. We're at sea again more. I mean, we're you know, we always are kind of at sea and then landing to do a mission. You know, we have something we need to accomplish on land, and obviously it's an interesting hybrid because it's the last ship and we're at sea, but the mission is to get on land and cure all those people. So we're always kind of wrestling with the balance of that. But you know, from a production standpoint, we own those sets that are on the ship. So anytime we're shooting on the ship, it's a contained environment. It's our home set. Things go faster, smoother. You shoot more pages, and it costs less. Because anytime you have to go out on location, you got to pay for that location. You got to dress it and all the things that production design has to do to deal with it. Just on any TV show, your stage days always cost a lot less than your location days. Between $50,000 and $75,000 less just right off the bat. You don't need as much crew to support you when you're on stage, so you have bigger crew when you're out, and there's all the other things. So, but you know, our show has the balance of that is that you're going out into an apocalyptic world. You want to see what that world is, and then the ship is like, you know, the home base. It's like It's like our SS Enterprise, you know. So it's just like Kirk used to go out. It's, you know, so there's a balance of that, and I think that's what makes the show feel fresh too.
Do you think with a show like yours, the passage of time and how you represent that's important? Because you're going out in a ship, you're going to the other side of the Atlantic, you're back. It's almost like you can just be anywhere and no time has passed when it is actually passing. And if there's a virus that's wiped out everybody, everything's imperative. Are you on day 12 at the moment, or are you on day 200? Is there a danger of losing the perspective of time over the series?
It's a good question. We are very, very conscious of how much time is realistically going by, and we actually have our writers' assistants tracking it. You know, how much time went by between the time we went from here to here, how much time would that have really taken?
Would it be interesting to have each episode start with day 59, then the following episode, day 82? The audience is losing, for me, is losing the perspective of time in the show.
Right.
It's because you found the cure, but the world's gone to hell. Everybody should already be dead by the nature of the virus, yet you're spending time now tooling around to develop vaccine production facilities. It's just, and looking at it from the outside, it does seem a vital part of the story.
Is that a question or a criticism?
I'm saying you're doing it, but how much effort are you putting into trying to show it?
To show what?
The passage of the time. You're saying production's conscious of it, but do you feel it's expressing itself in the show?
I think if you're watching the show, you recognize that one episode ends and the next episode picks up almost the next moment. In almost every episode that we've done, there's been a couple of episodes where we've gone forward a couple of days. So I think what people should be feeling is that even though the show's been airing since 2014, that it's all happened in a very condensed period of time. I mean, even if you're tracking now on Kara's pregnancy, you're seeing that she's not growing very much, and almost every episode takes place over a day or two, and then picks up in the next moment. So I think that people should be feeling like it's happening in a very short period of time.
Thank you.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
Are you still here?
No.
You sure this is a little frustrating?
It's a little